Nearly 70% of Americans over the age of 60 are deficient in zinc. It may not sound like a big deal, but would you believe that this small mineral deficiency alone can blur your memory, slow wound healing, and weaken your immune system faster than aging itself? If that's true, then why don't most doctors tell you this up front? Constant fatigue, white spots on your nails, catching colds easily. Many people think these are just normal parts of getting older. But in reality, they're your body's cry for help when it's running low on zinc. Even worse, some who realize zinc's importance end up taking it the wrong way, in excessive or unbalanced amounts, throwing other vital nutrients out of sync and unknowingly harming their heart, bones, and brain. In this video, I'll share 5 ways that balancing zinc can either protect or destroy your health after 60, along with clear guidance on how to get it from both food and supplements, so you gain the benefits without causing harm. And I'd love to hear your story. How old are you? And are you currently dealing with issues related to memory, joints, or immunity? Leave a comment below. I'll read each one and respond to every case personally. Zinc isn't just one of many minerals. For your immune system, it's the control switch, the quiet regulator deciding whether your defenses stand strong or crumble under attack. But here's the shocker. Both too little and too much zinc can send your immunity into chaos. Most seniors only think about boosting immunity when cold and flu season hits. But the truth is, your body's defenses are working or failing every single day. And the signs of trouble often appear long before you notice you're getting sick. When zinc levels dip even slightly, your immune soldiers, T cells, macrophages, and natural killer cells start losing their edge. The army is still there, but its weapons are dull, its reaction time slow. This is why a mild deficiency can mean catching every cold that comes your way, taking weeks to heal a small cut, or never quite shaking off that lingering fatigue. Studies from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition show that seniors with even a moderate zinc shortfall face a higher risk of infections, not just in the lungs and sinuses, but throughout the body. But if you think the solution is simply take more zinc, here's where many go dangerously wrong. High-dose supplements, taken without balancing copper, can quietly sabotage your immunity in the opposite direction. Too much zinc blocks copper absorption, and copper is the partner mineral zinc needs to keep your immune army in balance. Without it, your white blood cell count can drop, oxidative stress can spike, and your defenses weaken in ways that leave you more vulnerable, not less. The cruel twist. This immune crash often happens without obvious warning until you face an infection that lingers far longer than it should. Imagine going into winter believing you're fortified, only to discover your protection was actually eroding your own shield. For older adults whose immune resilience is already challenged by age, this is more than an inconvenience. It's a gamble with recovery time, independence, and in some cases, survival. And yet, very few doctors talk openly about the fine line between support and suppression. So, as we start this list, know this immune collapse or overload isn't just a medical theory. It's something I've seen firsthand in older patients who thought they were doing the right thing, only to discover that balance, not excess, is what kept them healthy. And the real key isn't guessing your zinc needs, but understanding exactly how to keep this mineral in harmony with the rest of your body's chemistry. Up next, we'll uncover another zinc-related danger that quietly undermines your strength, energy, and independence. And it has nothing to do with your immune system. It's a body-wide ripple effect that most people never connect to zinc at all. If you're still watching and feel that this information speaks to your own concerns, drop a number 1 in the comments so I know you're still here with me. And this next part might surprise you even more than the first section. Picture this, just a few months of zinc deficiency, and your body begins to change in ways most people never connect to this tiny mineral. Your energy drops, your stamina fades, and even your drive to live fully starts to dim. This isn't simply a normal part of aging as many believe. It's the ripple effect of hormonal imbalance. Zinc is one of the keys that activates enzymes responsible for testosterone production in men and maintaining estrogen balance in women. When zinc is low, testosterone in men can plummet within weeks, leading to muscle loss, fatigue, reduced bone strength, and even a loss of confidence as body composition changes. For women, zinc imbalance can disrupt menstrual cycles, affect thyroid health, and increase feelings of irritability and anxiety. The danger is that after age 60, the body already produces fewer hormones. Even a mild zinc deficiency can push you faster into the red zone, where your musculoskeletal health, cardiovascular system, and mood all decline together. And if you oversupplement with zinc, you may unintentionally deplete copper, an essential element for pituitary and thyroid function, making hormonal imbalance even worse. I once met a couple at a senior wellness club in Florida. Both ate relatively healthy diets and exercised regularly. Yet he was constantly tired and had lost interest in activities he once enjoyed, while she struggled with insomnia and restlessness. Their lab results revealed they were both zinc deficient, but he had been taking high-dose zinc without balancing it with copper. Once they corrected this, their health, mood, and overall vitality improved dramatically. If you've noticed unexplained fatigue, difficulty maintaining a healthy weight, or a lack of motivation even when life feels fine, take it as a sign. It's not just about hormones. It's your body warning you that a crucial link in your overall health chain is breaking. Here's the real concern. Hormonal imbalance from zinc deficiency doesn't just affect today. It creates a snowball effect, silently accelerating muscle loss, bone weakening, and memory decline, all factors that determine how independent you'll be in the next decade. By the time many people realize it, reversing the damage becomes far more difficult. Balancing zinc isn't about turning back the clock to age 20. It's about protecting your energy, strength, and mental clarity, the 3 pillars that define quality of life after 60. And in the next section, I'll share an even more surprising connection: how zinc affects your brain. Because when this mineral falls out of balance, your memory and emotions can shift faster than you might expect. You know that moment when you walk into a room and completely forget why you went there? Or when you're mid-conversation and a word you use every day just vanishes? Most people over 60 chalk it up to senior moments. But what if I told you these slips could be your brain's way of signaling a nutrient imbalance, one that's entirely preventable? Zinc plays a quiet but irreplaceable role in how your brain processes information, regulates mood, and protects itself from damage. It helps balance key neurotransmitters like serotonin, which keeps your mood steady, and dopamine, which drives motivation and focus. It also shields your brain from oxidative stress, the slow, invisible wear and tear that accelerates memory loss and cognitive decline. When zinc levels drop, these systems falter. You may feel more irritable, anxious, or mentally drained. Concentration gets harder. And here's the hidden twist: too much zinc can be just as harmful. Overload can overstimulate glutamate, your brain's gas pedal chemical, making you restless, wired, and unable to think clearly. At the same time, it can suppress GABA, your brain's brake pedal, which helps you relax and stay calm. I met a retired teacher at a gardening club in Oregon who swore she was just getting old. She forgot appointments, misplaced items, and sometimes struggled to follow conversations. A routine checkup revealed low zinc levels, likely from years of a plant-based diet without enough zinc-rich foods. After adjusting her meals and adding a small balance supplement, she described it as a fog lifting. Her focus sharpened, her mood brightened, and she felt in control again. The real danger: cognitive decline doesn't announce itself overnight. It builds slowly, so you don't notice the change until it's affecting your independence, the ability to manage finances, drive safely, or even remember important medication schedules. By then, the damage can be much harder to reverse. Balancing zinc isn't a magic bullet for the brain, but it's a critical part of the puzzle, especially when combined with regular mental stimulation, physical activity, and a diet that supports long-term brain health. In the next part, I'll reveal how this same mineral plays a hidden role in protecting something you might never connect to, your gut, and why ignoring this connection can leave your entire body more vulnerable than you think. Most people think of the gut as just a digestive tube, a place where food passes through and nutrients are absorbed. In reality, it's your body's first line of defense, and zinc is one of the key building blocks that keep this fortress strong. When zinc is deficient, the protective lining of your intestines, which keeps bacteria and toxins from entering your bloodstream, begins to weaken. The result is what's known as leaky gut, where unwanted molecules slip into the blood, triggering inflammation throughout the body. Studies in the United States show that older adults with low zinc levels are more likely to experience indigestion, bloating, and poor absorption of vital nutrients like vitamin B12 and iron. When stomach acid production drops, the breakdown of proteins and the destruction of harmful bacteria slow down, allowing bad bacteria to thrive. As a result, the immune system, already weaker with age, has to work overtime, leading to constant fatigue, lingering illnesses, or recurring infections. But having too much zinc is no safer. Long-term high doses, especially from supplement, can damage the stomach lining, cause nausea and diarrhea, and disrupt the gut microbiome. When beneficial bacteria are reduced, digestion becomes more erratic, nutrient absorption suffers, and immunity drops, creating a vicious cycle that leaves the body more vulnerable. I once spoke to an elderly gentleman in Florida during a volunteer club meeting. He shared that in just 1 year, he had been hospitalized 3 times for pneumonia, even though he had rarely been sick before. After testing, his doctor found a severe zinc deficiency, which had triggered multiple digestive and immune issues. Just a few months of adjusting his diet to include zinc-rich foods, while cutting back on the high-dose supplements he had been taking on his own, made a dramatic difference. His digestion improved, and he no longer caught every bug going around. What's truly alarming is that many people believe digestive problems only affect the stomach. In truth, a weakened gut can drag down the entire body, from the heart and brain to the bones, because every system depends on the gut's ability to absorb nutrients and control inflammation. In the next section, I'll reveal a connection most people never consider: how zinc quietly protects your heart, and why just one small mistake in supplementation could slowly weaken it over time. When we talk about heart health, the usual advice centers around cholesterol, blood pressure, or exercise. Rarely does anyone mention zinc. Yet, this small mineral quietly influences some of the heart's most critical functions, and both too little and too much can tip the balance toward disease. Zinc helps regulate inflammation inside your blood vessels, keeping their inner lining, the endothelium, smooth and elastic. When zinc is low, oxidative stress builds up, damaging these vessel walls. Over time, this damage invites cholesterol deposits, stiffens the arteries, and increases blood pressure. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has linked low zinc levels to higher rates of arterial plaque, a major risk factor for heart attack and stroke in older adults. Here's something most people have never heard: zinc also plays a key role in how your body uses magnesium, the so-called heart mineral. Without enough zinc, magnesium can't efficiently regulate heart rhythm, relax blood vessels, or maintain healthy blood pressure. It's like having the right tools for a job, but no one to organize or guide them. And when this mineral partnership fails, symptoms like irregular heartbeat, fatigue, or shortness of breath can creep in quietly. But the danger isn't just from deficiency. Taking too much zinc, especially through supplements, can disrupt copper levels, throwing off the delicate mineral ratios your heart relies on. Copper deficiency from excess zinc can stiffen arteries, weaken blood vessel repair, and even affect the heart's electrical signals. A man from Ohio I once met at a senior gardening club learned this the hard way after self-supplementing with high-dose zinc for extra immunity. He began experiencing palpitations and dizziness. His tests showed not only copper deficiency, but also early signs of arterial stiffness. The unspoken truth is that your heart health might already be affected by your zinc levels, and you wouldn't even know it until a serious event occurs. That's why balancing zinc, not just adding it blindly, is essential. In the next section, we'll uncover how you can get enough zinc from foods you probably already enjoy, and the one form of supplement that's safest if you truly need it. This final piece will show you how to protect your body without triggering the silent risks we've covered so far. Most people think of the gut as simply a place where food gets digested, but for older adults, it's also the control center of immunity, nutrient absorption, and even mood. And zinc quietly sits at the heart of this system's stability. When zinc levels dip too low, your stomach produces less acid, a problem that might sound minor but has serious consequences. Without adequate stomach acid, your body struggles to break down protein and absorb critical nutrients like iron and vitamin B12. Over time, this can leave you feeling chronically tired, mentally foggy, and more vulnerable to infections. Worse yet, zinc deficiency weakens the intestinal barrier, leading to what experts call leaky gut, where harmful substances slip into your bloodstream, triggering inflammation throughout your body. Studies in gut and gastroenterology journals confirm that zinc is essential for maintaining and repairing the gut lining. It's the mineral equivalent of the mortar that keeps bricks in place. Without it, tiny cracks appear and the protective wall begins to crumble. And for seniors, once this barrier weakens, recovery is slower and infections hit harder. But there's a flip side. Too much zinc, especially from high-dose supplements, can upset your gut's delicate ecosystem. It can irritate the stomach lining, cause nausea, and disrupt the balance of good and bad bacteria. This microbial imbalance doesn't just cause digestive discomfort, it also chips away at your immune defenses, since nearly 70% of your immune cells reside in your gut. I recall speaking with a retired teacher in Florida who, after watching an online video, doubled her zinc supplement just to be safe during flu season. Within weeks, she developed persistent stomach cramps and diarrhea that wouldn't go away. Tests showed her gut bacteria were severely imbalanced, and she had to rebuild her digestive health slowly with professional guidance. Your gut is more than a food processing tube. It's your body's fortress. Neglecting zinc balance here is like leaving the gate unguarded, whether through deficiency or excess. And here's the critical takeaway. If your digestion feels off, if you're catching colds more often, or if your wounds are healing slower than before, your gut might be sounding the alarm about zinc. In the next section, we'll explore how to bring zinc into harmony and why food, not pills, might be your best ally. When it comes to heart health, most people think of blood pressure, cholesterol, or exercise. Few realize that a trace mineral like zinc plays an equally crucial role. But the truth is, without enough zinc, your heart is forced to work in a low support state, and this can open the door to serious risks. Zinc helps control inflammation, protects blood vessels from damage, and supports stable cholesterol and blood pressure levels. When zinc levels are too low, inflammation and oxidative stress rise sharply, two key factors that accelerate atherosclerosis, high blood pressure, and heart failure. Research published in Free Radical Biology and Medicine shows that zinc acts as an antioxidant shield, protecting the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of blood vessels, so blood can flow smoothly. There's another connection that's rarely mentioned. Zinc is essential for magnesium, the heart's mineral, to work effectively. Without enough zinc, magnesium struggles to keep your heartbeat steady, relax blood vessels, and maintain blood pressure in a safe range. This creates a chain reaction many people don't notice until they experience irregular heartbeats, poor circulation, or sudden shortness of breath. Even more dangerous, oversupplementing zinc is not the solution. Excess zinc can disrupt your body's mineral ratios, stiffen arteries, reduce blood flow, and increase the risk of arrhythmia. This often happens to people who believe more is better and take high-dose zinc for long periods without monitoring their health. Think of your heart as an engine. Zinc is a small but essential part of the lubrication system. If you don't have enough, the engine overheats and its parts wear down faster. If you have too much, the oil becomes too thick, making the engine sluggish and wearing it out in a different way. Either way, your heart is under pressure. I remember an uncle in Texas who thought exercise and diet alone were enough to keep his heart healthy. But his checkup revealed a severe zinc deficiency, along with fluctuating blood pressure and irregular heartbeat. After adjusting his diet to include the right amount of zinc, his heart health noticeably improved within a few months. Your heart works, it never takes a single second off. It deserves all the support your body can give, including zinc in the perfect balance. In the next part, I'll share how you can ensure a steady supply of zinc through everyday foods instead of relying entirely on supplements, and why this is the safest way to protect your heart and your overall health. If you're still watching and finding this information helpful, drop a number 1 in the comments so I know you're right here with me. By now, you've probably realized that zinc isn't just a tiny mineral. It quietly influences your memory, immunity, digestion, hormones, and even your heart. But understanding its importance is only half the journey. The bigger question is, how do you supplement it correctly in the right amount and safely? The good news is that most of us can meet our zinc needs through daily diet alone, as long as we choose the right foods. Oysters top the chart for zinc content, followed by beef, lamb, pumpkin seeds, hemp seeds, cashews, chickpeas, and eggs. Whole grains and legumes also contain zinc, but their absorption can be reduced by phytates, natural compounds that lock up minerals. However, cooking, soaking, or fermenting these foods can free up zinc, making it easier for your body to absorb. One big advantage of getting zinc from food is that it naturally comes with just the right amount of copper, helping to maintain mineral balance without causing disruption. On the other hand, if you're supplementing with zinc, especially at high doses for a long time, You need to follow the rule for every 10 milliliters of zinc. Pair it with 1 milliliters of copper. This helps prevent imbalances that can harm your heart, nervous system, and immune health. For people who struggle to absorb zinc from food due to age, digestive issues, SABs, or dietary restrictions, zinc glycinate is a great choice. It's highly absorbable and gentle on the stomach. The safe daily amount for most adults is 10 to 20 milliliters from all sources, unless otherwise directed by a doctor. Remember to take zinc with or right after a meal to avoid nausea, and space it out from iron or calcium so they don't compete for absorption. Think of supplementing zinc like tuning a guitar string too loose and the sound is off, too tight and it snaps. Your body works the same way. Only when zinc stays in that just right range will all systems work together in harmony to keep you healthy for years to come. And remember, supplementing wisely is not just about protecting your present, but also about investing in the future, you one with a sharper memory, stronger bones and joints, and a steady, reliable heartbeat. In the final part of this video, I'll help you connect all today's information into a simple, easy-to-follow plan you can start tomorrow. Today, we've explored just how important zinc is and how it can shape your health as you age, for better or for worse. From immunity against illness, mental clarity, and steady heart rhythms to bone strength, the balance of this tiny mineral plays a huge role. And we've learned that more isn't always better. It's about harmony, the right dosage, and the right source. I know health can sometimes feel like a complex puzzle, especially as the years go by. You've done your best reading food labels, trying supplements, changing habits, yet sometimes the answers still feel hidden. But every small step you take today is a gift to your future self. Imagine 1 year from now, you walk into your doctor's office with energy in your step, a clear mind, and hear the words, "Everything looks great." That's the power of knowledge, applied the right way. If you found even one small thing in this video helpful, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend or loved one. You never know who out there might be quietly struggling with these issues, just waiting for the right information to change their life. And if you'd like to walk alongside us in creating more videos like this, you can support us through the link in the description. Every contribution, no matter how small, is a precious encouragement that helps us bring knowledge to more people, and you'll always be a part of that journey. In our next video, we'll explore another familiar nutrient one that could protect your heart or silently harm it over time. You'll want to know these signs before it's too late. Have you ever taken zinc, and if so, did you notice any changes? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs.